All right, my next guest had a round one TKO victory at 559 Fights, winning the flyweight championship over Javier Torres. And of course, it is Laz Maldonado on the show. Laz, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well, man. And this has got to be a really important win for you because the only loss of your young career was to Javier. That was a UD loss last year. So that's got to feel really good to go in there and get a little bit of revenge. How important was that to you to go in there and get that win back?
Um, it was like really important to me. I felt like he kind of caught me on like an off day. I wasn't really feeling myself that day. But I think this last one I showed that it was an off day. It was a fluke, but that won't be happening no more. So yeah.
So take me back to that first fight. I mean, this most recent one we'll dive into here in a minute, but what was it that made you feel like you had an off day that first go around with Javier?
Honestly, I was just I wasn't really training too much. I was more focused kind of on work, and like my first two fights, I'll be honest, like my first two fights went pretty quick. So I was kind of going into like this third one, like, oh, it's probably gonna be quick again, and I really maybe don't need to train that hard or whatever, and I kind of messed myself up. I should have been more focused and stuff into the training in camp.
Did that leave a bad taste in your mouth to suffer that loss and moving forward in your career?
Yeah, it didn't. I didn't like taking that L.
So what was the game plan this second go around with Torres?
Um, the second time, it was probably just to keep it standing up. I felt like I have better hands than him. I think I hit pretty hard, so I think I had like the strength and everything. And but I honestly didn't really plan to like wrestle him or anything like that. So when he took the shot, I mean, that was kind of on him, I guess.
So for anyone that didn't see, run us through the finish. How did the finish present itself, and ultimately, how did you capitalize?
Um, so I think he took a shot on me, and then we kind of got in like a little scramble, and we stood back up in like a little clinch situation, and then I did like some like little roll that I always do like in like a wrestling and stuff like that, and then put him up against the fence, and from there I like level changed and then went into the shot, took him down, and then just took his back, and then from there just went to work ground and pound. So
How good did that feel, man, to get that win back, get your hand raised, and ultimately get this flyweight belt around your waist?
it was great. It was great. Yeah, I mean everyone was there supporting me, so a lot of people were rooting for me, even like people that weren't my family. So I felt like I had to put on for not only just my last name, but everyone that was on my side. So it was good.
Why do you feel like there were extra people there rooting for you? Is it just because you're starting to gain some fans in the area, or were people kind of like anti Javier in this fight and they just wanted to see him lose?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. Just like the people are trying to like notice me, and I think they kind of like my style. And then at the same time, I think there was like you said, anti Javi and the anti me fans. So I think it's kind of going a little bit both ways. But yeah.
Did you feel pressure going into this rematch with him? Like the thought of maybe losing again? I'm sure that's something that would have driven you crazy. What was that pressure like going into the fight?
Honestly, this time I really had like no pressure. Like I knew I put in the work. I knew like I trained, hard for this one. And I I did what I had to do like for the camp and everything. So I really didn't even feel like too much pressure. So yeah.
All right, and let's talk about that camp and that work you're putting in. This is my first time interviewing you, so tell me what gym you train at, your coaches, your training partners. I just want to learn a little bit more about your camp and the guys you're getting you're working with.
So I kind of go back and forth from California and Texas because I work in Texas. So for like the first like month, it was just all like in California with like my like basically like all my regular coaches from Red Wave MMA, like just doing a lot of kickboxing and wrestling and stuff like that. And then when I came out here, I really didn't have Like I just barely moved here, so I haven't found like a team or anything yet. So I was just doing like a lot of things on my own, just doing like running, like making sure I was running my miles like every day, just doing like little self workouts and stuff like that.
Wow. How many miles a day do you run?
Every day I would run about like 5. Like I would wake up, uh, do like a little like body workout, and then I would go for like a 6 mile run and stuff like that. So.
Do you stretch a lot? Because I used to run 4 or 5 miles a day too. And I don't think I put enough time into stretching. And now I'm starting to tighten up a lot more that I'm getting a little older. Do you do that? Do you put that work in and get stretching before and after?
Uh, yeah, I probably need to do that too. I don't really do too much of it. Yeah, no.
Okay, well, take my advice, man. You don't want to be as tight as I am once you get to my age. Now, as far as the weight cut goes for you to get to flyweight, what is that like?
Honestly, it's not really too bad. I walk around at 125, like eating every day, eating what I want. So it was I really didn't have to cut any weight. I think if anything, probably just watched like my last meal or didn't eat like for dinner or whatever, just so I wasn't above 125. But yeah,
And how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20. Okay, so you're not even 21 yet. Do you anticipate like on? I mean, the older you get, you're going to fill out a little bit more. But like when you think about your weight class in the future, do you feel like flyweight is still going to be that weight class, or do you feel like maybe you're going to go up at all?
Yeah, yeah. I think flyweight will like will not always be my weight class, but for a while it'll probably be my weight class. I think once I get like a little growth spurt or something, I'm hoping, once I start hitting like 135, 140, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I feel like I'm still versing like some pretty big guys, like cutting from that weight or whatever, and I'm kind of just, my regular self, not really cutting anything. So, yeah, I think I'll be at 125 for a while.
All right. And you're 5-1 now as an amateur. What are your goals here moving forward, at least like in 2022? Like, are you going to stay AMI for a while and, maybe rack up some more wins? Or are you thinking about pro? Like, where's your head at?
Um, I'm kind of in between. I think if I go pro, I could like hang and do pretty good. But at the same time, I feel like once I go pro, it's gonna be like a little like bigger guys actually taking it a little more serious. Cutting some weight. So I feel like I don't want to really give them too much of a advantage. So I kind of want to wait till I get up there as well, maybe 140 at least or something like that, and then yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. As far as what exactly is next for you, are you thinking about defending this new belt that you just won, the 559 fights title? And is there an opponent that comes to mind, someone that you feel like would make sense for your next fight?
Um, yeah, I'm down to defend it against anyone. I don't really have no one in mind. Um, I'm right now. I'm just in Texas working, so if like the opportunity pops up where someone wants to try to take their shot against me, then yeah, I'll for sure be down.
So how long are you in Texas? What is that job situation like? And if they wanted you to defend the belt on relative short notice, is that something you can do?
In tech, well, I actually kind of like moved here. My parents moved here. Like they're the ones that own the company. So like I tell myself I'm always gonna like, all right, this is gonna be like the last time I'm gonna go to California. Like I want to move. Like I'm done like going back and forth, but it just keeps on happening. Like, and I like the fighting too much. So I'm pretty sure if they did hit me up pretty soon or something like that, it would be hard to say no. I just like being in there. It's fun.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats on the win. Again, Laz Maldonado, round one TKO, 559 fights, flyweight champion. Before I let you go, man, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. And if you have anyone to thank, any sponsors, the floor is yours.
My Instagram is Lazarus dot Maldonado. A couple of my sponsors are Red Wave MMA. They do all my gear and just basically support me through everything. Another one is Billionaire Bullies. It's my friend's company or dog breeding business for English bulldogs. And then my parents' construction company. It's a Maldonado Construction.